Hello, good morning, at least morning in my time zone. I wanted to do a card check-in. I'm going to do a separate video, 1111, but I do want to remind people that the numerology, even for the month, that's something you can always use as a guidepost for, um, for any day, as well as the numerology of the year. And it's nice to have like a little focal point. And we're in the month of 11, and this is the numerology of infinite flow. So start to think during this month. And again, the reason the 11 on one level is really significant is because, even on your phone, I mean, at some level, your psyche, your conscious and unconscious mind are picking up on the number 11 is going to be seen every day. And especially your subconscious, that number, whatever the number is, holds a frequency, and it's a pattern of teachings, and that number can live in your unconscious mind. So consciously, the more you work with that number, that theme, and these ideas and concepts of what this number teaches us, you can achieve more flow and more success, more alignment, I should say. And 11 is the number of the infinite. So it's kind of simple. And I see a lot of 11 people, I don't know if they do they complement it? Yes, actually, 11 is really good for complementing because it is the sound current. I was about to get into that. But they complicate it because there's so much, since it's the infinite, and 11 is infinite possibilities, infinite opportunities, and that can create a potential overwhelm and almost an inertia, would be the opposite effect. But just like, oh, there's just so much. What do I do? What do I choose? What direction? The best course of action within the 11 frequency is to just start an action and keep your intentions. If you don't know what it is that you want or what you want to do, just sort of set sail and pray and ask for what do you want? What's your next move? It'll come to you, and the 11 frequency will help just guide you there. So don't get stuck in the overwhelm. I've just noticed that a lot, or when I do charts and people have big 11s or a number of 11s, it's usually an overwhelm or feeling like you're being pulled into the undertow. I'm going to do a negative side of 11 video too, the dark side of infinity. But really what you have is 11 is so simple. It's this infinite flow. So whatever seeds you plant, whatever intentions you set this month, this sets up a pattern where things can take a life of its own. So it's really good for setting up things that involve residual income, for example, or for me, I was so grateful last year that my book, the numerology book, was released in the month of 11, because that is the idea, is creating things that then move out into the universe and take on a life in of itself. So it's not like every time I sell a book, I don't rewrite the book. And I say that all the time. It's just a great example. So it's floating out there. So, right now, just know that you're sitting in the numerological frequency of a very fertile ground. It's like an estuary. And, it may not all hatch this month, but take that into consideration. So I would start getting clear on what are the bigger sort of long-term goals that you have for your life, and put that energy towards that. Because what 11 does is, it's the positive side of inertia, is that flow, and that inertia builds momentum, and then it takes those intentions and it starts to grow them. So it is a time of esoteric seed planting, again, I don't know about farming. I think you do plant garlic now. So I guess plant your garlic, and come next harvest, you can make lots of delicious dishes. But it's really about flow of the infinite. It's also the sound current. So my brain was like saying compliment by mistake, but not really. And one of the prosperity practices is to compliment, don't complain. So be aware of your words this month. What you say is going to be even more amplified because your psyche is always picking up on the number 11. And you can use that for great success. So great month to create positive affirmations. So much work to be done. And I'll go deeper into the 1111 video. Because your current sound is a vibration that starts at one point and then it starts to expand out into the infinite. And the veil is thinner now in the Aquarian age, so your words are more powerful than they ever have been, and you'll create it. So if you're negative, complaining, bitching, oh, woe is me, that is going to be that much more amplified. Remember, 11 is like, here's this little seed, but it emanates out, it amplifies everything. So keep your words like clean and intentional and in the flow of what you'd like to manifest. Positive affirmations you say in the present tense, like, not, oh, someday I'll have $1 million or whatever. I'm just using that. Like, I have $1 million from my, whatever, hair salon business. So be aware of your words. What do you want to manifest? What's this fertile ground? I really think of it as an estuary. And what are you just starting to sort of plant? So it's a great month for that. And let's pick a card for specifically today.